which has brought up our rain totals just a little bit. Here's a look at our radar network. So for the most part, we're just seeing very light rain across the area, not overly heavy and not really causing too many issues, but as we continue into much later tonight, that's when rain will really start to ramp up across the area and where those higher rain totals are going to be found. Now, as far as rain chances go, pretty much all but guaranteed for the rest of tonight. As we just saw from our radar network, there's a lot of rain that's still yet to move in for us. So we are expecting pretty much just widespread steady rain the rest of tonight, even through our Thursday morning. So we're most likely not going to see this system completely clear us until we get to most likely late into the day tomorrow. So Thursday afternoon is when we do finally start to dry out a little bit. Here's the way it's shaping up on our hour by hour. So once again, just good, steady, widespread rain the rest of tonight. As we get into early Thursday morning, that's when the rain intensity is expected to ramp up some. This is just going to be thanks to us getting closer to the center of this low pressure. So a little bit steadier and heavier rain there. Once we get to still around 10 a.m. tomorrow, you can still see widespread heavy rain across the area. Temps will most likely stay in the low 60s and upper 50s through tonight and through at least as long as this rain sticks around tomorrow. Once we get later into the afternoon, it looks like rain chances will drop off for us. Could see maybe a break in the cloud or two, but generally cloudy skies with temps in the 60s Thursday. Once we get into our Friday, early in the morning, mostly dry, but as we head later into the afternoon, we are expecting these hit or miss, very light showers to be found across the region. So we got high school football Friday evening. We have the Georgia Carolina and the Western Carolina State Fair also starting Friday. And it looks like rain could impact us. So just a heads up, may not be a bad idea to have that umbrella close by for the evening plans Friday. Once we get into the weekend, this is the good news. There is going to be a cold front moving through. So by around daybreak, that's the wrong type of front. Imagine that's a cold front, not a stationary front. And we're expecting that front to just gradually push this rain east as we head throughout the day. So a mostly dry weekend forecast outside of maybe just a quick shower early Saturday. But behind this front in the rain Saturday, we are going to see our temperatures cool off again Sunday into early next week. What I want to do now is take a look at our projected rain totals, because I know that is the #1 question I get whenever we're expecting rain. How much rain are we going to get? And I will say this, folks, that is the most difficult thing in the world to predict, because you could look at a dozen different weather models and each one is going to show you something completely different as far as how much rain you're going to expect. So I'm going to keep a pretty broad rain total. I'm going to say between 1 to 2 for most locations, but there will be the opportunity for more than 2 inches. Looking at our 2 global models, the GFS model wants to keep rain totals between 1 to 2. And for the most part, the European is kind of in line with that, but there are some outliers that get over 2 inches, including us here in Augusta and Aiken. So if you're watching us yesterday, these are a lot higher rain totals than what we were anticipating. So we have really seen these rain totals tick up from thinking yesterday, and just a heads up, some good heavy rain is going to be likely for us. Now, those are global models. This is our in-house high-resolution graph model. This is going way more aggressive. This is going over 3 inches in some spots. I don't want to put too many eggs in this basket. This model can sometimes get a little squirrely. If this was a convective system, maybe have a little bit more confidence in this, but I think it's overdoing it. So I'm still going 1 to 2. I think there will be the opportunity for more than 2 inches in a few different locations out there tomorrow, but you can see just each model you look at shows something completely different, and it's, I mean, your guess is as good as mine which one is going to verify. Right now, I would say the general consensus is 1 to 2 is probably closer in line. These rain totals are definitely outliers, but sometimes it hits. So just wanted to show that just in case. Just expect a lot of rain for the next 12 to 18 hours across the area. So Thursday through lunchtime, we're pretty wet out there. Mostly dry late into the day. Friday, really can't rule out a spotty shower at any point during the day. It's most likely in the afternoon, and they'll just kind of stay on and off through Friday evening and Friday night. Potentially even early Saturday. Remember, early Saturday is when the main front pushes through, so ahead of that, can't rule out an early morning shower, but most of the weekend should be dry. Now, the wind will start to pick up Saturday as that front does pass through. We could see some wind gusts maybe up to 20 miles an hour. With all the cloud cover around, decent rain chances the next couple of days. It's going to prevent us from really warming up too much or cooling down. So we're just going to see our temperatures really hover in the 50s and 60s over the next couple of days. Maybe we briefly hit the low 70s Friday afternoon, but for the most part, 50s and 60s looks to be a good bet for most of us for the rest of the work week. Once we get into the weekend, we will see, once again, an early shower possible Saturday, but completely dry Sunday and early next week. And it looks like we are going to see some pretty nice conditions with some cool fall temperatures returning once we get to next week as well. Weekend forecast, not bad. That 30% chance of rain AM, so whenever I put the AM in the percentage there, meaning morning time, really early morning Saturday. So I always hate to do this because I wanted to let you know there is a chance for rain early Saturday, but I'm afraid whenever people see the chance for rain during a weekend day, they want to jump and cancel everything. Don't cancel everything just yet. There's going to be the opportunity maybe for a quick shower Saturday. I don't think it'll last too long. We should be in store for a mostly dry, beautiful weekend. Just a little bit breezy Saturday, but back to sunshine and cool temps by Sunday. Once we get into next week, we are going to see that cooler air show up. So high temperatures look to stay in the 60s Monday through next Wednesday, and that's staying dry. And those morning temps should be back down to the 40s by next Tuesday and Wednesday. So make sure you have the rain gear handy the next several days, at least through Saturday morning. We're going to see a good bit of it, especially for tonight. But hey, great sleeping weather, especially if you got a tin roof. I love that. Love that sound. Hopefully have a great night. We'll see you again coming up on News 12 at 11.